Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we are live for the Young Socceroos' first game in the Under-20 World Cup, taking on Italy. Perfect timing. We have just kicked off in this game. A lot of excitement around this team, around this group of players and what they are capable of doing at this tournament. Winners of the Asian Cup earlier this year. Very, very excited about this one. The first half is underway. Italy, Australia. Look, obviously a tough test for the Young Socceroos coming up, we should say, against a top footballing nation in Italy. So this is a big first matchup for Australia to just get a sense of where we're at heading to this tournament. But the thing is, there's a great sense of optimism surrounding this squad and this team of players heading into these games. An early kickoff here, 6 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast of Australia. Thanks for joining us wherever you're tuning in from. Jump in the live chat, say g'day. How you feeling about this game? What's your prediction? We've got Valhoon here saying howdy. G'day, Tan Lee. Good morning. Good morning to you, mate. Moves to Toure, trying to chase one down early on. Gets the ball in. Almost a corner. That would have been a bright start. We'll talk about the lineup in just a second as well. It is quite interesting. And we're getting an idea of how we're going to line up in regards to formation as well. We did see at the Asian Cup, the Young Socceroos often playing sort of like a 4-4-2, two strikers. And it looks like it is, again, that Adelaide partnership, or at least a current Adelaide and former Adelaide player, and Jovanovic and Toure leading the line. Maybe a couple surprises in the lineup this morning as well, which we'll touch on in just a moment. Couple early fouls in this game. Australia getting pretty physical in the opening minutes, which you don't mind. Just showing Italy that we are well and truly up for this match. Alrighty. So looking at what we're seeing so far, in regards to the lineup itself, it looks like it could well be this. A back four. Stephen Hall in goals, but it's a back four of Vincera, Esposito, Kikianis, and Taladera. And then you've got that midfield four. Benny looks like he's starting on right mid. Central midfield pairing of Ocon Engsler and Reece Yuli, as Australia are having to do some defending early on. Alex Badalado playing on that left side. I thought maybe Yuli might be playing on the wing, perhaps Badalado to the middle, but it looks like Badalado is playing on that wide role. And of course, Jovanovic and Toure through the middle up top. Tanley says FIFA Plus Live is ahead of SBS On Demand. Is it available to watch on FIFA Plus 2? I didn't know that. It was announced a few weeks ago that these games, Australia's games, were going to be on SBS On Demand. But there you go. I'm watching on SBS. Great to see that football is on SBS once again. Of course, as we know, the Australian Championship is going to be on SBS in the coming weeks, which gets underway in under a week now, which is exciting. The Australian Championship. Under a week, right? Or is it the following week? No, I got my dates mixed up. Just under 2 weeks until the Australian Championship kicks off, with South Melbourne hosting Sydney Olympic. Looks like a real sunny day in Valparaiso, where this game is being played in Chile. We'll have to, later on, we'll have to check out, if anyone wants to do some like Googling for us, we'll have to check out what the temperature is over there, where the game is being played. But it certainly looks like a bright sunny day as Badalado brings the ball forward down the left. Forward for Jovanovic. just loses it under the challenge from the defender. This has been an okay start. 5 minutes. I mean, it's been a bit all over the shop for both teams. That's okay, though. It's the excitement of this tournament. I mean, this team has been over in Chile for, what, a few weeks now, I think. Training, preparing for this, all for this first game. So the energy in this team, man, the excitement is going to be there. G'day, Hunter. Good morning, mate. Says I was surprised Caputo wasn't in the starting lineup, but can't complain with the front two. Yeah, look, as Italy come forwards, cross comes in, and the cutback is good, and that was a crucial interception from Esposito. Well, Australia win a foul at the park, but that was a nervy moment at the back for Australia for a moment there. Italy attacking with pace. But we had enough bodies in the road. But yeah, on that Caputo decision, look, if it was me, I probably would start Max Caputo. I think you look at what he's done at Melbourne City for the last couple of years now, and I mean last season, after recovering from injury, he was a regular starter for the A-League champions. So, just based off that CV that Max Caputo has, surely you would you'd look at him as a starting striker. But again, Jovanovic and Toure did play a lot of games together at the Asian Cup earlier this year. So you imagine that is why he's gone for those two players. You got that connection. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, that Adelaide United connection as well. Got two players there, Toure and Jovanovic, who've come through at Adelaide United. Toure over at Randers now with his brother Mo Toure. Oh, ball forward. Here we go. Great ball from Yuli, and Australia are in. Great shot. Great save. First massive opportunity of this game, and it's a huge one. I mean, I don't think you can blame the finish there. It was a great save from the keeper. What a ball from Yuli. Was it Battleado who was in behind? Great chance for Australia. Oh, my goodness. Tarnley says here, Australia 66% possession. Oh, that's a fantastic ball. Italy are in as well. Great chance. That's got to be a pen. It's a penalty. Oh, no. The yellow card is out. Stephen Hall has just given away a penalty. Italy are going to step up. End to end after 8 minutes. Australia go all the way and almost score. Italy, that was an incredible pass to unlock that attack. That ball in behind, that is unbelievable. That is an incredibly good pass. That's definitely a penalty. I don't think we're going to have any complaints there. Oh, dude. Stephen Hall just completely misjudged that. He's completely misjudged that. He's gone in to try and flap away the ball, but the player has comfortably knocked that past. And 9 minutes in, this is huge. So Stephen Hall, who is in that penalty shootout in the final, in the Asian Cup, has a penalty to save here. Big moment early on. Huge moment, 9 minutes in. I don't think we can have any complaints, right? It's definitely a penalty. Great attack from Italy. The ball forward was incredible. Stephen Hall. Oh, dude, he gets the right way, but it's gone in. Italy take a 1-goal lead. Barely a moment after Australia almost took the lead themselves. Going all the way in behind. So early setback for Australia. Early setback. Again, that pass in behind was just incredible. It looked like it was a left back for Italy who was just past the halfway line and played this incredible diagonal ball across the ground. Perfectly weighted. But this is okay. This is the first setback for Australia. This is going to be very interesting to see how we respond, how the team responds to going back here. It still feels like there's a real, you can see on the broadcast there, Daniel Benny sort of gesturing as if to tell his teammates just to calm down, just to maintain some composure. Australia are absolutely in this game. Great chance earlier on. It's been quite end-to-end. It's been quite stop and start. It's been a little bit frantic. And all of a sudden there's a goal. We're only 11 minutes in. And it feels like the game hasn't really settled, you know? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. G'day, Boston. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hunter here says, Benny seems like he's in the leadership group in the squad. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. He's playing over his club football over in QPR in the English Championship. A mix of experience for a lot of these players, some of them playing in the A-League, some of them playing abroad. It's great to see so many players, you know, in the A-League playing in this tournament. You've even got guys who have returned to the A-League recently. Esposito is in the A-League now with Melbourne Victory. Ocon Exler back with Sydney FC. Down the left, here come Italy. They're on the attack again. This is crucial moments here for Australia, just not to let their heads drop and concede a second, which would be quite disastrous against an opposition like Italy. We want to make sure we maintain, you know, at least for now, this margin in the scoreboard and try and work our way back. There we go. Boston says, I'm a quarter Italian, so I've got a soft spot for Italy, but go Australia. Fair enough. Daniel Benny down the right. Keeps it in. Come on, Daniel. Challenge comes in. Looking for options central. Jovanovic and Toure. A few touches on the ball for them so far. Not too much. Australia have it at... Oh, come on. Oh, no. Throw for Australia again. Looks like we just kicked it straight out of play. We get the throw. Appreciate you guys joining us for this early morning live watch along here in Australia. In Sarah. Benny. This is good on the right. Cross comes in. Oh, the hit from Taladera sails wide, but that was another little moment for Australia. Nice little play off that right-hand side. And Daniel Benny, I mean, it felt like he should have just gone short there. He had Ocon Exler, who was just chilling on the edge of the box. Probably would have been a decent option. All good, Boston. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Have a good day. So, Australia, as Italy play out from the back here, just trying to press, but coming unstuck pretty easily there, that press. Ocon Exler, he's going to be so key in this tournament for Australia in the heart of midfield. Here come Australia going forward. Daniel Benny's pass forward, just too much on it for Toure. But regardless of conceding that first goal there, you can see Australia, as head coach Trevor Morgan stated pre-game, that Australia are going to be on the front foot, looking to attack. And again, another throw in here for Australia. In a good position. Benny, again, just a bit off line with the pass. I don't see how that's a foul there from Insera anyway. Strong bench as well today for Australia as well should be mentioned. We've got a lot of quality on the bench. Plenty of these guys will be utilised in the second half. Hunter says, wonder if any of these guys will get a call up from Popovich before the World Cup. Could see a few of these guys getting a try, maybe. Yep, definitely. And we've seen a few of them called up. Wasn't Ocon Exler was called up to the Socceroos back in June, right? For those World Cup qualifiers, in fact. I don't think was he in the squad or was it just the training squad? Wasn't it the same with Esposito as well? They were in the training squad, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you look at the talent in this team and what they did at the Asian Cup and just the individual players in this squad, man. Again, we've got our live lineup ticking along on the bottom of the screen here. Benny, Ocon Exler, Yuli, Battolato in midfield. Toure, Jovanovic leading the line. So the corner for Italy coming up. Low ball, bouncing around. Australia just work it out. Swung forward once again. No offside flag. Still on for Italy as they look to make a breakthrough here once again. Shot comes in, dribbles across the face of goal kick. So, almost 17 minutes, 1-0 to Italy. Indalecio, greets from Chile. Hello, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, this tournament is being played over there in Chile. But just back to your question there, Hunter, or your statement rather about some of these guys getting called for the Socceroos. Ocon Exler, I think, is definitely one we could see, especially, returning to Sydney FC, where we imagine he's going to be pretty important for the Sky Blues this coming A-League season. There's probably, I feel like if I had to pick one player to make a push to the Socceroos squad, it's probably him. But there's probably a bunch of others as well. Oh, winning the ball high at the park almost. Toure. Here's a chance. Jovanovic. Battolato. Looking for an option backwards. Ocon Exler. Bouncing around nervously for Australia on the edge of the box, but Italy get it clear. So look, despite conceding that this early penalty goal, Italy up 1-0. To Italy. The energy and the intent, again, from Australia has been there. Some of the execution just not quite there at the moment. That's right. Yeah, 2-1 win. I caught a little bit of that game yesterday, and Lazio, 2-1 win for Chile over New Zealand, the hosts defeating New Zealand. And yeah, I mean, we're obviously, if I have a second team in this tournament, it's New Zealand. We've got a bunch of A-League players in that New Zealand squad. Lucas Kelly-Hild of Wellington Phoenix, the captain of New Zealand. Yeah, I watched that one. New Zealand with a late penalty, but then Chile get that late winner right at the end, hey? Tunley says, I love the James Overy interview. I'm trying to remember if I saw that. I remember I saw a clip of him talking. Oh, here's a chance for Italy. That's a great tackle, Esposito. Well, for the second time in this game, in the opening 19 minutes, Seb Esposito has stepped in with a big defensive intervention there, and that was another one. Well done. But yeah, I mean, James Overy, he's a player that we're all very excited about, I think, as well, considering that, he's on the books at Manchester United, a big club, obviously. Still young, James Overy came over from Perth Glory. Not starting today, James Overy, which was maybe a surprise to some people. Josh and Sarah getting this start at right back. But Overy is waiting there on the wings to fill in if needed. And look, don't be surprised if we see what we saw in the Asian Cup, which is, plenty of rotation. And the good thing is that should be a foul. It is for us. No, yes, it is for Australia. Like we saw in the Asian Cup, plenty of rotation. So much rotation in the playing squad, game by game. But what I was going to say is like the actual, with the depth we have, with the quality in the squad, I think we feel all right with that, hey? I think we feel all right. Would you have guys made any changes to the starting lineup? Let us know. 20 minutes in, 1-0 lead for Italy. Australia with a long-range free kick coming up. Again, look, even though we've conceded this early goal here, I'm still optimistic. I'm still in a good mood. It feels like Australia have been the better of the two sides so far on the front foot. Couple shots already. Great chance earlier on for, pretty sure it was Battleado, who was through on goal, and Talandira had a shot that just sailed wide. But again, it's been good energy, good vibes from this team. And that's what this team brings. Good vibes all around. The camaraderie that was established in that Asian Cup campaign earlier this year. We're hoping that it carries through to this tournament in Chile. The other side of the world from where they won the Asian Cup, essentially. The other side of the planet. Come on. Kick off at 6 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Got a cup of tea this morning. Pretty comfortable temperature though, to be fair. Broadcasting here from New South Wales, Australia. 16 degrees, but it feels all right. Not too chilly. And dude, I'll tell you what, look, to be honest, I don't usually get up at this time. Italy are on the attack here. Comfortable for Australia end. I don't usually get up at this time, but I was surprised by how bright it was at this hour. I'm usually up at 6 a.m., but the sun was already up. I was surprised. I don't know. Does anyone usually get up this early? Let us know. Tarnley says I would start Pearman. Yeah, that's one that I could look. That I was maybe half expecting as well. Jalen Pearman, quality player, man, who had a real breakout season at Perth Glory with a couple goals, and it was enough to help him secure a move over to QPR in England. Italy coming forward. Esposito's there for the block, but sends it behind for a corner. Sebastian Esposito now with Melbourne victory, wearing the captain's armband for Australia once again in this tournament. And that's, by my count, his third defensive intervention. Hunter says still playing really well. Only the penalty mishap by the keeper as our blemish. Yep, exactly. We haven't really done anything wrong aside from that penalty, conceding that penalty. Italy's corner. Oh, great save. And there we go, dude. As we were saying there, Stephen Hall, maybe with the only error for Australia, well, he has possibly made up for that error with an incredible save. That is a phenomenal reflex save from Hall. Wow. Italy coming at it again with another corner. Bouncing around awkwardly, and the shot. Plenty of power on it, but it's over the bar. But Stephen Hall there just a moment ago, great save, close range efforts, and that was fantastic reflexes by the former Adelaide United goalkeeper. Fantastic indeed. G'day, Diogo. Where can I watch it online? On Australia, you can watch it for free on SBS On Demand, SBS on TV, I'm pretty sure as well. I'm pretty sure. And I believe someone who was saying before, was it Tarnley was saying before, that, it was Tarnley saying before that on FIFA Plus. So, yeah, which I forgot about. Italy trying to make a break down the left. Australia, good defensive intervention. Yuli trying to unlock something but can't find a teammate. Australia, you can see the press here. Yuli, oh, doesn't commit the foul. Here we go, play on. Australia with the ball. Taladira. Jovanovic. Some of these passes are a little bit heavy by Australia. Jovanovic has to go back. Okoneksla. Australia building. Oh, nice flick around the corner. Great chance. Jovanovic. Oh, well, another golden opportunity. Luka Jovanovic so close to the equaliser. Oh, what a chance. What a great play. Daniel Benny with a little flick. How did he miss, honestly? I mean, you're probably going to say the fact that he's under pressure. Oh, that dude, look at that replay. That is so close. And look, I mean, he's receiving pressure from the defender there. Jovanovic doing well to hold him off, but you got to hit the target there. Surely you have to hit the target there. Jovanovic was in on goal. He did have a defender to compete with. As play's going to be stopped here because Italy have a player down injured. But Luka Jovanovic surely has to be testing the goalkeeper from that position. That flick from Benny was expert. Fantastic. Tarnley says Australia looking good. Yeah, absolutely. Again, so it's been a funny one so far. So Italy have a 1-goal lead, folks, as there's a short break due to treating this injury. Showing a replay of that fantastic Stephen Hall save. Great save. So a 1-goal lead for Italy. But I don't think it's Australian bias to say that the Young Socceroos have been the better team so far. We've looked very lively going forward in attack. And we've matched Italy up to this point. It's just that set piece, that penalty goal that separates the two sides. They're showing Jovanovic up on the broadcast, looking perhaps a bit frustrated about missing that opportunity. And again, we could easily have had 2 goals so far. Great chances. I think it was Battlelardo earlier on who was in behind and should have scored. Great save from Italy's keeper. And then fantastic opportunity just then for Luka Jovanovic. Fantastic. Really appreciate you guys joining us for this live watch-along match day 1 in the Under-20 World Cup for Australia. We will be doing live watch-alongs for all of Australia's matchups in this tournament. So Argentina's coming up next. That's Thursday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to join us for that as well. Play's going to get back underway. We've stopped play there for maybe 2-3 minutes. Italy dealing with that injury concern. I don't know if they made a change. Did they make a sub at the back? If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit the like button. You can also consider sending in a super chat. We are all about talking all things Australian football. Sip your cup of tea. Grab your brekkie. Get a coffee. Early morning here in Australia. It doesn't matter what the time is. Oh, great chance here. Australia, surely? No. Jovanovic almost on it. Again, it feels like every time we get into the final third, honestly, it feels like every single time we get into the final third, we look dangerous, dude. We look like scoring. Australia win another free kick here in a decent position as there's a little bit of a moment here, a little bit of a flashpoint. Natali for Italy, who committed the foul, and some of the Australian players not happy about it. A little bit of push and shove. Not too much in it. Not too much at all. Referee just having a word with the player. Showing the replay of this foul. Was it really? It didn't really look that bad. Oh, I guess flying in. Maybe the studs are up a little bit on Yuli. I didn't see anything overly, dangerous with it, eh? So, set piece here for Australia. looks like Italy have made that change as well, just in the background. Sardo on for Italy, and they're coming off. So change here for Italy due to that injury. Free kick, though, coming up for Australia. Here we go. Here we go. It's going to be swung in. Okonek's left foot. Oh, so close. Was it Ivanovic flying through? I think it was. Dude, if he even just like the slightest touch there off the head of Luka Ivanovic, and that easily could have flown past the goalkeeper. That was a dangerous ball from Okonexla, who whipped it in with his left foot. Great chance, great moment. That's right. We never want to see a player go down injured. Hunter says hopefully not too serious of an injury for Ame, the Italian player who just went off a moment ago. He was walking off the pitch. But, yeah, you never want to see a player go down with injury. As Italy come forward now. Well defended again. I mean, we're getting players back. When Italy are breaking forward a few times so far today with these rapid attacks down the line and getting numbers in the box. We're doing well at getting numbers back in the box and tracking them. We know Italy are a top footballing nation. This is going to be a top team that we're coming up against. So defensively, I think we've been okay. It doesn't feel like we're being, completely smothered, I guess. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Australia definitely haven't been on the back foot in this game. If anything, I think we've had probably more of the attacking threat in this game. So we have passed half an hour of football in Valparaiso and 1-0 lead for Chile, courtesy of that penalty goal. Free kick for Italy in a long-range position in the attacking half. Bruce Hewley not happy with the decision. So, as this first half ticks by, again, Australia feel we're in a decent position, but we would love to get the equaliser before the halftime break, put us in a good position heading into the halftime interval. That would be ideal. So for opportunity from long range for Italy. He plays lined up in the box. It's a deep delivery, and it's, I'll tell you what, that was an important flick on away behind by Joshua Insera, because there was an attacking player just behind him. Needed to clear that away. Oh, dude, was it a goal kick? How's that a goal kick? How is that a goal kick? I must have flicked off Italy's player as well. I thought Sarah just clearly just had that behind for a corner. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take the goal kick. Right. And Sarah trying to break down the right. Long ball. Oh, I like it too. Benny's in behind. Great chance for Australia. Daniel Benny. Oh, my gosh. Well, out of all of Australia's great chances so far, that is probably the best. And Daniel Benny will be bitterly disappointed with that miss. He was onside too. Australia it should be 1-1. It should be 1-1. Oh my goodness, what an opportunity. Well, we said it earlier, prior to that chance, as the stats have been shown on the broadcast, Australia, that was now 5 shots, 6 for Italy. 5 shots, 1 on target for Australia. And that was the best of them so far, the best chance, I think, to score. We said it before that, though, like 5-10 minutes ago, that Australia, we could easily be up 2-1. Well, Australia should be up 3-1. Daniel Benny, it's a poor miss, but he'll know it. That, I mean, out of all the that's the second or third time we've gotten in behind like that with broken past the back four. It's happened on multiple occasions. It looks like Italy have won a corner here. Again, just breaking through. Really well done. That ball over the top from Insera was delightful. And Daniel Benny, again, another example of just in these games, at these tournaments, you cannot afford to make an error like that where you miss the target from right in front. Have to test the keeper there, have to make the finish. So, again, the overall feelings is under 10 minutes now before the halftime break. I think Australian fans should be feeling really, really positive. This has been a great performance so far. For me, this has been a really, really promising performance so far. It's been good. It's been lively. It's been aggressive. I think defensively we've done okay. We've done okay defensively. In general play, Australia looking comfortable at the back. And we've had some fantastic scoring opportunities. And again, Australia could have easily been up by 3 goals already. And as Tarnley says here, we need to be clinical and take our chances, absolutely. In these tournaments against oppositions like Italy, man. Fantastic team that we're coming up against here, match day 1. We simply can't afford to keep missing these chances. And again, like, we might be in a scenario where Italy get a second soon. And 1-2, all of a sudden the game has a completely different feel about it. So we cannot miss another one of these opportunities. It's as simple as that. Hunter says as well, the most wasted chance so far. Yeah, I think so. Again, Daniel Benny, fantastic player. What a player, playing his club football at QPR. Came through at Perth Glory. Had a real breakout season in the A-League a couple of years back where he was playing regularly under head coach Alan Stadgic at Glory. Now over at QPR, has been there for the past year or so. Australia trying to get forward again. Jovanovic trying to find the space. Gets it wide for Benny. This is a good chance for Australia building. Oh, good touch, Julie. Gets around his man. Oh! Toure edge of the box. Can't control. Oh, surely that's a foul. No, Taladera completely wiped out. It is. It is a foul. Heavy contact on Fabian Taladera. Free kick. Free for Australia. Butters joining us here as well. Welcome, Butter. Good morning to you, mate. And g'day to anyone who's tuning in. We've had viewers from all the way over in Chile where this game's been played. For Australia. Butters over in New Zealand as well. A bit more of a comfortable time over there in New Zealand, isn't it? So we are edging closer to the end of this first half. So Australia had a few of these sort of long-range free kicks, mid-range free kicks. We're continuing our push on goal. Jovanovic is stepping up. Jovanovic might shoot. Just get ready. This could be a shot. Jovanovic is stepping up. That's a shot. Well, it was on target, but from that far out, it's going to take an exceptional hit. And Italy's goalkeeper was pretty comfortably behind that. But hey, it was on target. It was on target. Here's Toure. Toure in the box, edge of the box. Flicks it around the corner, too much on the pass. But again, another glimpse of Australia being dangerous. Time and time again, we are looking good, but we need to take these chances now. It's been a positive performance, but it's getting to the point where we've had so many chances, so many looks at goal, so much territory, so much, great field position. We need to capitalize now. We need to capitalize. I said it in my preview video that we did last week. We did a preview for this tournament for Australia, how we will go at this competition. And look, all 3 group stage games could be really tricky. A real test for Australia. But I did highlight that I reckon we're capable of getting a draw from this first match day. I think we're capable. 40 minutes of football played in Valparaiso. Minutes of football. And so far, Australia have looked good. Italy have had their chances. And they have the lead, thanks to that penalty goal earlier on. Feels like ages ago from when Italy scored too. Feels like a long, long time ago. Italy on the front foot. Pass a bit too heavy. Goal kick for Australia. Dude, as these minutes did, I really this goal did before half time. I want it so bad, eh? It would be great just to level things up going into half time. We deserve it. We deserve a goal. It's been pretty even so far. And I think we've done enough to deserve the goal. Appreciate you guys joining us here this early morning live watch along here in Australia. 1-0 to Italy. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. You can also consider sending us super chats. Ooh. Giveaway in the middle of the park. Toure driving forwards. Trying to look for a teammate. Almost. Oh, dude, Battleado. How has he not picked up that ball? Italy just slipping back there, it looked like. Bit of else there for a moment. Italy come away with a free kick. Final stages of this first half. Is there one more golden opportunity for the green and gold coming up? One more chance, perhaps, to level things up before halftime. Italy kicking away on the right. Again, defensively, like in attack, we look dangerous. Just need to finish off these chances. But defensively, our organisation is Italy. They can't quite connect. Goes out for a goal kick again. Defensively, we've been good, man. Esposito's been very, very good at the back. A few important defensive interventions. And Stephen Hall with a great save earlier on as well. And again, as we were saying earlier, that really the only error from Australia has been that Stephen Hall, that individual error, maybe committing that penalty. I mean, I guess you can call it the missed shots, missed chances, perhaps an error as well by the attacking players. But defensively, we're very confident in our backline in this match so far. Battleado Toure can't get on it. Toure goes down, holding. He's won the foul, dude. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised. It's yellow card. Dude, even as an Australian, I'm very, very surprised. It sort of just looked like a coming together. I mean, Toure looked like he was behind Sardo there. But Sardo's just been booked for Italy. I'm surprised about that one myself. I'd love to see a replay. But we'll take the free kick on the replay. I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I don't think it's foul. Hunter agrees as well, so that's a surprising yellow. I mean, he's just sort of shielding the ball. I don't even think it's foul, let alone a yellow card there for Sardo. So we'll take the free kick though. Late on, how much injury time will we get? I mean, Italy had an injury break there earlier on, so I think we'll get maybe at least 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes. We had the penalty chance. We've got 3 minutes added on here, so time for Australia to get an equaliser before half time. Esposito in Serra down the right now. Can't find Benny. Italy go long. That's another great ball in behind. Italy, great chance for them. The cutback is good. Great block. Kikianis this time. And numbers at the back. The flag is up, though. Two minutes to go in injury time. Ball sent long by Stephen Hall. Come on, we can do it. One more chance, surely. It's been positive. I think Trevor Morgan will be overall pretty pleased with this first half. Maybe a couple of things just to tighten up. Need to be a little bit more cohesive in attack and take the opportunities. That's the positive thing for, I think, for Australia and Trevor Morgan, is that like it's all there. The ingredients are there. The signs are there. We've looked good so far. I do wonder if Trevor Morgan might be tempted into a substitution here at halftime. You look at some of the quality players we have on the bench. Badalado, can he get on the end of this? He can. Badalado has it out wide. Does well. Okonexla into the feet of Ivanovic. Come on, let's go. The pass across. Fury. Badalado. Okonexla, yes, into the space. Paul Okonexla, just not on the same wavelength. Australia have a throw. Time is ticking on here. You've got to take this quickly. Toure. Okonexla. Australia in a wide position. Come on. Oh, great footwork. Okonexla. That's nice. Got to get something in here. Got to get a shot away. The whistle is about to be blown, and there it is. It is half time in match day one for Australia in the Under-20 World Cup. Italy lead Australia 1-0. Thanks to that penalty goal for Italy early on in that half. Stephen Hall committing the foul. I don't think we can have any complaints with the decision. It certainly looked like there was contact there. But it is a 1-goal lead for Italy. But the overall takeaway from that first half is that Australia have looked very, very good and have had more than enough opportunities to get themselves on the score sheet in this game. I think that is obvious. And honestly, I don't know if it's biased to say. You guys can let me know if maybe this is perhaps a little bit biased, but I feel like it's not biased to say that Australia possibly deserved to be in front in this game. I think you look at, I mean, Italy have had plenty of shots in this game, but you look at the opportunities that Australia have had, and there's probably, again, 3 great chances there where we should have scored. I personally think. And says as well, we've had quite a few good blocks. Yeah. Yeah, look, if it wasn't for our defensive organisation, I mean, Italy, again, it's important as well that the scoreline is simply just 1-0 and not, 2-3-0 for Italy. Our defence at the back has been good. Has been good. Kikianis and Esposito both making some good defensive blocks there at the back. And Stephen Hall with that great save earlier, the great reflex save off that corner. So the defense needed to be switched on. So again, the defense has been, near perfect today. Again, you just look at the fact that goal was a penalty goal. And again, that the chance that was created for that penalty for the foul that was committed for that penalty was a pretty difficult one to defend. The ball in behind was one of the most incredible passes I've ever seen. That would have been tricky for any defense in the world to defend with that the trajectory of that passing behind. So I don't think we can blame our team at all. But it's 1-0 to Italy at halftime. How are we feeling? What's your big takeaways from that first period? Let us know. And let us know any changes you'd like to see as well. In a moment, we'll talk about some of the substitutes. I mean, Max Caputo, an option up top we could bring on as well. You know, James Overy's on the bench, an option at right back. I don't think we will see any halftime changes, but it's good that we have to know that we've got the quality there. Hey? Hunter says here that it's been a very 50-50 game, if not 55-45 to Italy. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We've definitely been like, I think maybe there was maybe a slight concern that Australia were just maybe going to be, I guess, a little bit more dominated in this game. Perhaps that Australia were going to be on the back foot a bit more, but no, I'm right with you there, Hunter. It's been we've matched really pretty well. The two teams on this pitch today look pretty even. They look pretty even, which is a positive, man. It is a positive. In terms of the substitutes, Max Caputo, great option there as well. Thiago Quintal as well. Jalen Pearman, who we were talking about earlier as well. Another player who we could see come on. You got players who are playing either in the A-League or abroad. Great to see so many members of this squad as well playing their football in the A-League. These guys returning from overseas to play in the A-League. We've seen Ocon Exler return to Australia to play for Sydney FC this season in the A-League, and Sebastian Esposito now at Melbourne Victory. Appreciate you joining us for this live watch along. Half time, 1-0 lead for Italy. Second half coming up. Valhoon says here, been the better team since the pen. Yep. It's been close, but yeah, I think I would say that we've been the better team, and I don't know if that's bias. I'm like wary of being having a bit too much of a biased view. Wearing our Socceroos jersey today. This is I think a 2006 World Cup sort of era, this jersey that we're wearing today. Yeah. That's a good point you raised there as well, Tanley, who says we're winning. Sorry, we're physically winning 1v1 duels. Yes. Yes, I think we're doing very well in that department as well. I think we're matching Italy physically, which is good. Hunter says Battolato has already been a major player for the Jets too. Will suck not having him for the Australia Cup final. Yeah, look, I wonder what that decision must have been like for Battolato, or whether he had, I'm sure he had, some say in the matter, obviously. But yeah, I feel like, look, an Australia Cup final, that's a huge opportunity for a player. Not many players, if you have an opportunity to play an Australia Cup final, it doesn't come around that often at all, a cup final. But to represent Australia at a World Cup, even at under 20 level, man, is huge. It is huge. But as you say, that Alex Battolato, a player who's been really important for the Newcastle Jets in their Australia Cup run. I got out in person to two of Newcastle Jets' games so far in the Australia Cup, round of 16 in the quarterfinal, and very impressed with Newcastle Jets in those games. And Alex Badalado, who has been looking great in the centre of the park for Newcastle Jets. He's playing out wide today on the left, which maybe was the one in the starting 11 I was expecting maybe to see Badalado play in the centre of the park alongside Oakland Ensler, and perhaps Yuli out on the left. But Badalado, both players comfortable in either position, of course. But yeah, I'm sure Jets would love to have Alex Badalado in that squad for the Australia Cup final. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there. The good thing is they've got a similar player in Max Burgess, who as well has been very, very good for Newcastle Jets. Max Burgess, again, sort of playing that similar attacking midfield role. We will be doing a live watch along for that game as well. Australia Cup final. Can tell you guys right now, we will be doing a live watch along for that one. It is coming Saturday night, being played down in Melbourne. Heidelberg United from NPL Victoria, Australian Championship Club, have the Australia Cup final against Newcastle Jets. The first time the Jets have made it to the Cup final, and of course the first time for Heidelberg United. Just the second time a team from outside the A-League has made it to the Australia Cup final in this era. So yeah, big game coming up in that Australia Cup final. And we will be doing a live watch along for it, so make sure to join us for that one as well. Second half is just around the corner. 1 goal lead for Italy, just the narrow lead. Dude, that on the broadcast, they're showing some of the highlights. Dude, again, just like, it's tough watching some of those chances go missing for Australia. Jovanovic with 2 great opportunities, man. Apologies to Luke Jovanovic. Earlier I said it was, well, and apologies to Badalado. I think I said it was he that missed that great opportunity on. Jovanovic, in fact, has had 2 great opportunities to score goals in this game. And it's looked like a real outlet for Australia. Again, every time we go forward, dude, like that's the thing. The big takeaway is that every time we seem to break forward, we look dangerous. We look like we're going to score, which is great. So we're going to try and maintain that in this second half now. Maintain this level, maintain this energy, and we'll see where it can take us. But hopefully we can at least get on the score sheet in this game. It'll be good for the team and just the confidence of the squad as well. If we get on the scoreboard. Hunter says, who will you be rooting for in the championship? Good question. Says, I've got a soft spot for Broadmeadow Magic. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I'll be rooting for anyone necessarily. Being on the Central Coast, New South Wales, I'm hoping to get to a few of the games of some of the Sydney clubs, possibly trying to get up to some of the Broadmeadow Magic games as well. But I don't know if I'll necessarily be rooting for any of those teams. But I am interested to see how they go. Some of those teams close to where I am, in particular. So yeah, I honestly don't have anyone I'm particularly rooting for, but it doesn't mean I'm not excited for the tournament. I'm really curious to see how it plays out. It gets underway in just under 2 weeks, the Australian Championship. It's going to be fun, dude. What I'm most looking forward to, honestly, is like those Saturdays and Sundays where we've got like back-to-back football action. It's great to see that a lot of the championship games are kicking off like sort of, especially on a Saturday, like earlier on in the day, even like 1 p.m. You got like a 1 o'clock and then I think like a 3 o'clock. And then often you've got those early games at like 5 o'clock and then like 7:30 or something. So I'm really excited for the Australian Championship, man. I think it's going to be fun. So I don't necessarily have a team that I'm rooting for, but I'm happy to watch it as a neutral. Of course, whenever it comes to Australian club football, it's all about the Central Coast Mariners for me. All right, second half is surely just moments away now. Again, I think I'd be surprised if we see any changes that heading into the second half. But again, with the quality that we have on the bench, Trevor Morgan may be tempted. May be tempted. Match day 2 for Australia is against Argentina, coming up on Thursday morning. We'll be doing a live watch on for that one as well. And then our third and final group stage game is against Cuba on Sunday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time. More of a comfortable kickoff times for those games as well, later on in the morning. G'day, Ben. How you going, man? Says, looking positive, just got to capitalise on those chances. Absolutely. 100% agree. Looking very positive indeed. Going forward, it's looking very bright for Australia. And we deserve to be on the score sheet at least with those chances. Great opportunities. And again, probably that best chance, you'd probably say, Ben, was that Daniel Benny chance towards the end of that first half where he got through on goal on that right-hand side. Maybe the angle was a little bit narrow. He was aiming for that far post, just got the finish all wrong. But from there, in behind on goal. Like, that's the promising thing as well. Like, Australia have gotten in behind Italy's defence on numerous occasions in that first half. On numerous occasions. So that's, I'm sure, going to fill these players with a lot of hope in the second half, knowing that we are capable of breaking past Italy's defence and getting in behind in a dangerous position. Yeah. Just back on that Australian Championship conversation, Hunter mentioning that possibly could have 5 games in a row too, if there's a Perth home game. Yeah, true. Obviously, when Perth play at home, on the East Coast, it is that late kickoff, isn't it? There could be some Saturdays. I haven't checked, but yeah, there could well be some Saturdays where it's just like, how many hours is that? Like 10 hours back-to-back football, which will be fun, which will be cool. I'm really, really excited for it. So, and let us know as well if you guys would be keen for any live watch-alongs for any Australian Championship games. Thinking of maybe doing one for that first game for South Melbourne Sydney Olympic. So let us know if that's something you would be interested in, some live watch-alongs for the Australia Cup. So the team back on the pitch. Second half about to get underway. Australia trailing heading into the second half. We'll keep an eye out. Let us know. You guys keep an eye out as well. Have we seen any changes at the break? Even perhaps changes in formation, tactics, anything in particular? We'll keep an eye on it. But the second half is indeed underway. This is it for Australia now. A first half, very interesting half of football. Plenty of opportunities for both teams. Just one goal, and it came from the penalty spot. I'll tell you what, even if you're neutral, it's probably been a fun watch. Right? Great chances for both sides. There's been a good energy about the game, good pace to it as well. So I feel like if you're neutral watching this game, you're pretty well entertained as well. And hopefully our Aussie fans can be entertained with a couple of goals in the second half. In terms of like what result we want to come away with, I think a draw would be okay. I think a draw would be all right. I would take that. Italy are in behind here. The offside flag stayed down. Great chance for Italy. And crucial, now the flag is up. Late offside flag, but the flag is up. It did look like the ball over the top was offside. Hunter says definitely would be down for some watch-alongs for the championship. Yeah, man. It'd be fun. We're definitely planning to do a bunch of A-League watch-alongs for some of those big games. But yeah, we might even have to do like some double watch-alongs where we do like a championship game and an A-League game maybe as well, back to back. We'll see. So make sure to subscribe if you guys want to keep up to date to our live watch-alongs. They generally get announced and scheduled up a day before we go live. Down the left, Italy moving forward. Got to make sure we try and maintain this defensive solidity that we've had so far. Badalado picking it up at the back. Ivanovic trying to get it forward for Australia in Serra. Forward for Ivanovic down the right. Counter-attack was looking like it was on there, but just didn't have the numbers to get forward. Again, it was we said it before. Tan Lee highlighted that we're physically winning the 1v1 duels. Tan Lee mentioned earlier, and again we're seeing more of that in the second half so far. Looking good when it comes to those duels. Looking strong. Tan Lee asks, is the championship also on Paramount? No, it's on SBS, which is cool. So it's all free to watch. That's the exciting thing as well about the Australian Championship. It's all completely free to watch for, at least for here in Australia. Yeah, so which is great, which is awesome. So every single game on SBS. I believe so. All the games I believe should be on SBS's like streaming service, SBS On Demand, which is the same, which is what we're all watching this game on today. And I think they're showing a few of the Saturday games on SBS's like main TV channel. But it's great to see. I was surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised. I was just expecting to see it on like 10 Play or something, or possibly even on Paramount Plus. I was considering that, the A League and even the, all of Australia's games like Socceroos, Matildas are all on Channel 10 and Paramount. So I think we're all expecting that. But SBS was announced a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's great news. Italy down the left, attacking with pace. Esposito just misses the tackle. Cross comes in. Taladera with an important defensive header. And Daniel Benny will bring it away. Space for Benny to attack. This is a good chance. Benny flying down the right. This is where he is best. Looking to go for the shots and earns a corner. Good move forward there from Daniel Benny, the QPR player. Former Perth Glory winger, versatile player as well. We know now Daniel Benny came through at Perth Glory playing in a wide position on the wing, either flank. But we've seen him at times, even play right back, even play up top as a striker. He's a versatile player, Daniel Benny. He's playing on the right side of midfield today and has been good for Australia. Is this really our first corner? Wow, according to the broadcast, this is our first corner. Italy have had 4 so far. Apparently, swung in. Italy deal with it. There we go. I mean, well, I tell you what, I think I thought we had more corners, but it's probably because all those free kicks that we had in that first half. If you're just joining us for the second half, welcome. My name is Lockie. This is Osbert Football, where we talk all things Australian football. Second half is underway for the Young Socceroos here against Italy. Just 1 goal lead for Italy. Australia have been looking good so far. How are you guys feeling about this match at this point? How are you feeling about Australia's chances? And another question as well, how soon will we see some substitutes introduced? Look, overall, I think we're happy with the starting 11. Maybe there was a couple of players that were surprised to see now, perhaps. Yuli, centre of the park now. Come on. Insera. Benny. Lays it off for Insera, who's forced wide. That's going to be a corner. It is. So, 2 consecutive corners here for Australia. Another big chance coming up. G'day, mate. G'day, Troy. Good morning. How you going? Says, looks like a close game. Is it on Paramount? Not on Paramount. It is on SBS. It is on SBS. So you can watch it on, I'm watching on SBS On Demand, the streaming service. And I'm pretty sure that if anyone can let us know if it's on SBS on TV, I assume it is. Let us know. So it's another set piece coming up for Australia. Another opportunity. Left foot delivery coming up here. Delivery decent. 2. Important defensive header because Kikianis was unmarked at the back post. Cleared away. There's some appeals for a handball here. I think it was Ocon Exler appealing for a handball, perhaps. I didn't see it. Couple of questions being asked. Now I'm a bit curious. So I was watching the Chile-New Zealand game yesterday, a little bit of it, and there's a new video system that they're using for this tournament. If anyone knows more about it, let us know. But there is some sort of new video system they're using for this tournament. It's like a video review thing. It's not quite VR. So we'll have to see. I'm very curious to see how that plays out if it gets utilized today. Italy have just made a double substitution pretty early on in the second half. That's now 3 players that have been changed for Italy so far. One was 4 in that first half due to injury. And 2 more changes. So Liberali and Canate coming on for Italy early on in this second half. Looking to help maintain the lead here for Italy. Looks like a beautiful sunny day. Valparaiso on the coast of Chile. So much excitement for this team, man. This Aussie team has been over in South America for the last couple of weeks now, preparing for this tournament. It's all been building to this first match day against Italy. Game 2 against Argentina, Game 3 against Cuba coming up later in the week. We will be doing live watch-alongs for the next couple of games for the Young Socceroos. And of course, we'll make sure to jump on the live watch-alongs if, hopefully, fingers crossed, we do make a break into the knockout phase. Ocon Exler, great footwork. Jovanovic just loses it. Ocon Exler's been very, very good in the heart of midfield today. Even been good, going forward in attack. He's usually sort of his best strength, Ocon Exler, is playing is that defensive midfielder, breaking things up and even dictating play. But a few times he's been really good with his footwork driving forward. Italy looking to get on the attack now. Great chance for them down the left. Cross across. Great chance for Italy. Oh my goodness. Well, Australia deal with it. And it was the substitute Canate who had the ball at his feet in a great position. Oh gosh, it was Taladera who maybe just got it all wrong at the back there, trying to clear it, but make contact. And as Tan Lee says as well here, we're so lucky there. Yeah, that was a great chance for Italy. They were in behind on that right-hand side, but couldn't capitalise. Here comes Australia, quite again a couple times. With the only it's been a great performance so far. There has been a few times now, numerous times where some of our passes looking to get the attack going have been just a little bit too heavy, a little bit too strong. So we just have to be wary with the amount of power we're putting on some of these passes because it's been a bit of a problem today. There's been numerous times where the balls have been overhit. Esposito going for a long ball. Touré's gone down, but find the foul. I imagine as we tick past the hour mark, we might keep an eye on the sidelines here to see if there's any substitutes getting ready to come on. to enter this game. Who's on the bench? We'll double check. Got a number of quality players on the bench. Touré's down the left, running onto this one in the box, and can't keep it in play. It's a goal kick. So players on the bench. We've got Johnny Yole on the bench. Harrington, Quintal can come on as well. Thiago Quintal, Jalen Pearman, Liam Bonity, another defensive option on the bench. Caputo, Agosti, and Overy as well there. So Max Caputo, really the only other striker option on the bench. I am surprised that Australia didn't name another forward for this squad. Max Caputo is really the only other sort of recognised striker, I think, in the squad. Having said that, I mean, in the Asian Cup, we often saw one of the midfield players utilised in one of those forward positions. Yeah. Hunter says this has been promising. Both sides have looked equal, both in defence and offence. I think we've had the better chances overall, though. I would agree. I mean, yeah, but both teams have great chances. Tell you what, like the overall takeaway, I think, is it's a real surprise that the scoreline in this game is still 1-0. Like, even just approaching it from neutral view, it is surprising that it is just 1-0, considering the number of great opportunities that not just Australia, but Italy has had so far in this game. But again, it's just that penalty goal that separates the two teams. It's so disappointing that we can see that early on, man. I mean, yeah, we had a great start to the game, I thought, as well. We looked good in those early stages. So, yeah, it's been very, very even. So it is frustrating that it is just 1-0, and it might be 2 because Italy are coming forward on the attack. Good save. Great save from Hall. It was straight at him. But that was a little bit concerning how much space there was there. Italy down the right, Taladira maybe just losing his marker a little bit. Ivanovic challenging the goalkeeper, and he's won a corner here. Well, Italy's goalkeeper under pressure with that back pass, and great work from Ivanovic. Dude, great work there to pressure him. There was a heavy touch on the goalkeeper, but I don't think he knew Ivanovic was closing in at such pace. And suddenly, frantically, had to clear it away, and it spears out for a corner. So, this is, after no corners in that first half for Australia, this is what, our third already? As we tick past the hour mark in Valparaiso, match day 1 on the Under-20 World Cup for Australia. Riccioli goes short. Okay. Okonexla. Oh my gosh, what a chance. Great chance, Jovanovic. Oh, goodness. Italy get it clear, but Australia. Well, Okonexla, that looked like a shot. It was like a shot, but a cross as well. Great chance, man. Great opportunity. Okonexla curling it in, and Jovanovic. I mean, he almost had an open goal for a moment there. It was lucky that Italy had defenders there. Unlucky indeed, as Hunter says here. Unlucky for Australia. Space here for Insera to drive forward to Australia. Feels like we're getting closer and closer here now. Daniel Benny gets around his marker, goes down. That's not a foul. You kidding? For some, dude, I'll tell you what. For some of the fouls that have been awarded in this game, like even for Italy, even free kicks for Italy. Sorry, for Australia. I mean, the fouls committed by Italy and the free kicks for Australia, I was surprised we're given. Look, On replay, Daniel Benny's actually probably gone down a little bit easy there, but his shirt's certainly been grabbed, so it's probably enough to suggest that there's been a foul there. But the actual going down from Daniel Benny is perhaps a little bit too much. Yeah, he definitely went down too easily. I think there was a bit of a shirt grab. You could see the Italy player who was pulling on the shirt there was pretty keen to plead his innocence, but yeah, an interesting one there. VAR check us, Tunley. Yeah, I don't think it would have been a penalty, to be fair. I mean, it was just outside the box by the looks of things. So we have ticked part now with football in this game. 1-0 to Italy. But again, we are on the edge of our seats because it feels like at any moment Australia could equalise. We've had some great opportunities. Again, a bit too much space on this right side. Australia getting found out on this left side defensively. Another shot looping up and saved by Hall. But on that left side, so Badalado and Saladira, who were playing on that left, a little bit concerning how much space is being found there. You can see, I don't know if this has been a change from that first half, but Alex Badalado, who's playing sort of left midfield, coming inside quite a lot. We're seeing it now. Musa Toure, for the moment, drifting out to the left wing. So maybe that's a tactic that we're seeing utilised a bit more in the second half. Badalado coming inside, Toure shifting out wide as an option. I don't mind it. But what that's meaning now is that Talladega is getting exposed a little bit at left back. Fabian Talladera, who plays his club football at Adelaide United. Just a few appearances in the league for him last year at the Reds. But could well get more of an opportunity at Adelaide United this season. Appreciate you guys joining us for this live watch-along. Make sure to hit the line if you haven't done so already. You can also consider sending in a super chat to support the channel. Double change for Australia. Here we go. Musa Toure is coming off. He's worked hard today. He's worked hard, but hasn't quite had the chances, unfortunately. Max Caputo of Melbourne City is coming on. That's not going to be the only change because Jalen Pearman is going to enter the field as well. And how about this? Luka Jovanovic coming off as well. Okay, so double change up top for Australia. Very, very interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. Now, it doesn't look like Pearman has gone up top alongside Caputo. So, Daniel Benny perhaps playing as a striker now alongside Max Caputo. Pearman's on. And to my eyes, Jalen Pearman is playing on that right side of midfield. Max Caputo playing up top alongside Daniel Benny now, who has shifted further up the field. We did mention earlier Daniel Benny is capable playing as a striker. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The broadcast has just cut to Musa Toure, who is releasing his frustration on the bench. Wow. Probably just disappointed that he couldn't quite get those chances today for Australia. Luka Jovanovic is well good today. A couple golden opportunities for Jovanovic. He'll be disappointed that he didn't get on the score sheet today. But that's a move from Trevor Morgan to at once, all at once, to change the front line there, to change the top two. So our new strike partnership now, as we are in the final half of this game. Final 24 minutes. Daniel Benny, Max Caputo. Max Caputo, of course, who won the A-League Championship with Melbourne City last season. Max Caputo did also feature in Melbourne City's Asian Champions League Elite game recently as well, before heading to the tournament. Melbourne City in action in the Asian Champions League Elite on Wednesday evening as well. As they try to lose Kobe. Here's a ball forward. Again, another great example of a pass that's just a little bit too over hit. It's getting a little bit frustrating, isn't it? Yuli's been very good at midfield, but that time that pass was just far too heavy. But Australia have it back in midfield. Good pass into the feet of Caputo. Badalado. Taladira's there, trying to get it forward for Australia. Benny, Taladira needs a run forward, doesn't get it. Needed the 1-2 there. Okanexla. Here's a chance here. Pearman. We know he can score from range, dude. He looked like he was going to shoot for a moment. Daniel Benny now edge of the box. We're in a good position of the field here. We've got the territory. We've got the players set up. Australia really pushing now, committing more numbers forward. Even the fullbacks getting into dangerous positions. Is almost the ball through for Caputo. I mean, credit to Italy's defence who have worked really hard today, man. Pearman. Oh, this is great once again. Substitute Jalen Pearman. He's gone down. The challenge was a bit soft. Australian players were appealing for the free kick, but it was a little bit soft. And the attack comes to an end for Australia. Down the right. Again, look at this. Another example of Italy has too much space on the right-hand side. The ball comes in. Great chance. Australia deal with it. But that's maybe the third or fourth time in the second half where Australia, there's just so much space on this left-hand side. And again, to me, it's Badalado is coming in a very, very central role, and Taladira has just been completely isolated. And Italy finding so much space on their right-hand side, Australia's left. So that's maybe an area of concern here. Good challenge from Esposito at the back. Again, I do want to compliment Italy's defence. I think they've been very, very good at the back, very well organised. We will be doing live watch-alongs for the other two games in the group stage. And hopefully plenty of knockout games to come for Australia as well. So make sure you're subscribed. Goal kick coming up for Australia in the 70th minute. So Jalen Pearman, Max Caputo on, looking to try and change this game for Australia. Like those changes. We've got Johnny Yole, who could also come on, Thiago Quintal. Forward pass, might come through to Benny. Good chance back to Italy. They maintained the ball. So Italy, who is seemingly playing with a back three today. Credit to them at the back. Well organised. Australia have been able to break through on a couple of occasions. Unable to find the goal yet. Hunter says here that Italy has been really good with the counter-attack. Says that Badalado needs to be more wide, even though he's in his more natural position now. Yeah, you want to make sure we maintain this shape. And as well, like, even though we are really looking like we're pushing for this game now, getting forward, we're committing more numbers, we need to get this goal back. We want to make sure we don't leave ourselves too exposed at the back. Oh, Australia. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. How has that not been a second goal for Italy? Australia have dodged one there, man. Great opportunity for Italy playing out from the back. That was a bit of a mess for Australia, and Italy have somehow not scored. Wow, that was an interesting moment at the back. Wow, we are very lucky there that we have not conceded. Oh, they're in behind again here, Italy. The flag has stayed down. It's Canate. Fires wide. But another great chance. The flag has come up very, very late once again. And as Hunter says here, how did we not concede? Very, very surprising there. I mean, Stephen Hall, they're showing the replay. Yep. Yeah, that was the wrong pass from Stephen Hall. Dude, I think credit to Ocon Exler. He made the block. He made the block. He was the one under pressure, but I don't think it was his fault. I think maybe Stephen Hall made an error going for that pass. He should have seen that Ocon Exler had a player closing him down fast. So it was probably just the wrong ball there, the wrong option. And it almost meant a second goal. So we're very lucky to be only 1-0 down now. It is quite phenomenal. We've played now 73 minutes of football. It's quite phenomenal that this game is indeed only 1-0. Both sides. I mean, this game could be 4-3 or something at this stage. You know what I mean? That's right, Tarnley. I think I would take a draw, and I think a draw would be a fair result. Again, I think from a neutral point of view, if you're watching this game, I think a draw is probably a fair result. Oh, that's a big challenge. It's a free kick. Esposito has flown in, and it's been a free kick and a yellow card for Sebastian Esposito. He's not happy with the decision, the Australian captain. He's not happy at all, Esposito. So the free kick's been awarded in a good position. It looked like a foul to me. It looked like a really strong, heavy challenge. The replay will be interesting, but Esposito was convinced that it was a clean win of the ball. But it looked like a foul. Yeah, I mean, he definitely doesn't get the ball. Esposito, does he touch the ball? Like, it's hard to... He got plenty of the man. He got plenty of the player. I mean... Even from my Aussie point of view, I don't know if I can agree with Esposito there. It looked like a free kick for me. Even if he does touch the ball, I think he's cleaned up a lot of the play there. Another change for Australia. Tiago Quintal is on for Benny. So Daniel Benny, who, again, has been very good today for Australia. Now, we will keep an eye on exactly how Australia line up now, whether Quintal does go to that forward position. Tiago Quintal of Sydney FC is on the field. So that is now 3 changes made for Australia. We can make another 2. But Australia have to deal with this free kick opportunity now. Sent in by Italy. It's a shot. Stephen Hall's behind it. Good save. Needed to be confident there, Stephen Hall, and he was. Strong save. All right. These are the big moments, man, in these tournaments. We're in the final 15 minutes of our first game at the U20 World Cup. The Young Socceroos, who achieved everything at the Asia Cup earlier this year. Going all the way, winning the title, qualifying for this World Cup. I mean, there's got to be a foul. It's got to be yellow cards. I mean, Jalen Pearman completely tripped up there. Yellow card as well for Italy. In fact, it was Quintal who was breaking away. Christian come up on the... So this is it now. We've had the chances. We've had the opportunities. This is it. We have to take it. We have to come away from this game with something. Hunter says, Benny has been crucial for us. Should have had a goal under his name. Yep. Probably had Australia's best chance of the game in that first half. Should have scored. So, sort of a mid-range free kick here for Australia. Set pieces haven't really produced too much for us so far this game. But there's some good plays to aim for there. Esposito's up from the back. Caputo in there. It's swung in, headed away. Again, Italy have been good at the back there. Ooh, that's got to be a free kick. No, Kikianis is completely upended. He's down hurt. Ball comes forward, play on. Quintal. And now that's the foul. Kikianis is furious. He thought he was fouled, and then he gives away the foul. So these are the moments for Australia. Who's going to be the one to step up? It's another change. Italy are making their final changes here, and so will Australia. Wow. Here we go. Multiple changes being made as we speak right now. Both substitutes benches are being emptied, are being completed. Looks like Agosti and Yola coming on for Australia, while Italy also make their final double change. So it'll be fascinating to see who comes off here. Perhaps Yuli, perhaps Badalado. Still plenty of time in this game for a lot to happen. But it has to happen now for Australia. It has to happen. We deserve to get something out of this game. We deserve it. Substitutions for Australia. Agosti is coming on for Badalado. Badalado's been good in this game. Well, it hasn't really been a bad performance from Australia, I think, in this game. So Agosti will play off the left, and yep, the prediction is correct. Yuli coming off as well. So Johnny Yull expected to palm Oakland in the heart of midfield. Those changes have been made. Does look to me as well that as if Tiago Quintal might be playing off the right side, perhaps, generally in a bit more of an advanced role. So, all subs have been made now, right? That's 5 changes for Australia. Caputo, Agosti, Yull, and Quintal all on for Australia now. It's been a good game for Australia. There's been so many positives. As Italy, that's an uncharacteristic giveaway, uncharacteristic error there. Giving the ball away. Oh, Agosti's just tripped on the ball there. No. Well, I seem to be getting bamboozled every time these substitutions are made. It looked like Yull might be playing in the centre of the park. Looks like Yull's playing off the left-hand side now. We'll keep an eye on how the Australia's shape is looking exactly. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, that's the thing with these players. The good thing, it's a positive thing, that so many of these players are versatile, can play a variety of roles. Which is awesome for head coach Trevor Morgan to have. So, to my eyes, it looks like we're maintaining the same formation, but Pearman off the right, Okonengsla and Agosti look like they're playing in the centre of the park, and John off the left, which would mean Quintal's partnering Caputo up top. Australia in the final 10 minutes here of regulation time, looking for this equaliser still conceding that penalty goal so early on. Again, it feels like forever ago. Here we go. We've got numbers forward for the counter-attack. Yull needs to release. He does. Players, the switch is on. We've got players out wide. Got to make the switch here. Quintal, surely. Chooses to go short backwards. The safe ball. This is it. This is the moment now for the likes of Quintal, Pearman to get on the ball to try and unlock something. That's an uncharacteristic giveaway from Esposito. Canate breaking forward for Italy. Esposito, I remember, on a yellow card, so has to be careful. So we've played well, we've defended well, we've worked hard, we've been good in the challenges. But these are the moments for the attacking players, the creative players with that flair. This is why they've been brought to this tournament. They have to deliver now at this stage. This is it. They have to deliver. We do not want to be in a position where we are trailing early on after match day 1 in the group standings. Hunter says battle has been good. Not his best game, though. I would agree. Hunter says if we can play like this against Argentina, we might be in a good position. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of positives. A lot of positives to take away from this contest. Italy coming forward on the counter-attack. Agosti is there to clear it. The other game in our group stage, Cuba, Argentina, is being played an hour after this one finishes up. Kicking off at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Cuba, Argentina. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one as well. I'll tell you what, in terms of like a result that we might want from that game, maybe draw. If we could maybe see a draw in that game, that would probably be ideal for Australia. Now, the interesting thing about this tournament is that the best third-place teams from the group stage do go through the knockouts, but we do not want to have to rely on finishing third. I think we want to make sure we get into that top 2, get into a good position. Here's Johnny Yull, edge of the box, good shot, just wide. Now, it feels like it's been a long time since we've had a real effort on goal there. Johnny Yull in a bit of space, well worked by Australia, just wide with the effort. Trevor Morgan applauding from the sidelines, urging his team forwards. Luka Ivanovic being shown on the broadcast, looking a little bit disappointed perhaps on the sidelines. O'Connor slight bit of space in midfield. Taladera. Australia. Can we find it? On the broadcast, 13 shots for Italy, 9 for Australia. We've had 3 on target as well. 9 shots, 3 on target. That's okay. Oh, Italy give it away. Good chance here. It's Quintal. It's Yull again, edge of the box. Just runs out of room. Just got it stuck in his feet. Got to keep working here. Got to keep running these players. The energy levels of these players being tested here. It's getting a bit end-to-end now. I mean, Italy trying to drive forward with his counter-attacks. All these players having to do so much work, so much running. Got to keep pressing here, man. Got to keep pressing Italy. 85 minutes played. These are the moments. We keep saying it. Can Australia find this goal? We deserve it. We deserve the equaliser. And Sarah's making a forward run. Australia on the right. Deflection. It's bouncing around. Almost for a corner. Come on. Come on. Can we make the breakthrough? It feels like for the last 10 minutes, our attack has sort of dropped off. And with these substitutions that have been made, it feels like, I don't know, it's been a little bit chaotic up top. Not really very cohesive. Taladera looking to go down the left. Yull under pressure. He's caught on the ball and gives it away. That's disappointing from Johnny Yull. Forward pass for Italy. Italy keep it alive in the attack. This is not where we want to be doing defending. We're doing more. It seems like for the last 5-10 minutes now, we've been doing more defending than attacking. We've been on the back foot all of a sudden. It's like we've dropped off. The level has dropped for Australia here. And Italy are looking to capitalise. This is a great run. Oh, what an opportunity. It's a terrible, terrible miss. I mean, as we were saying in that first half, like Australia maybe could have even had the lead with a couple of goals. I'll tell you what, Italy should have had 3 or 4 goals in this game. Wow, as Hunter says here, it's been really a box-to-box all game. Yep. All game, it's been pretty end-to-end. The intensity's been high. 87 minutes played now. Taladir on the left. Come on. You know what I mean, though? Like, it feels like just the aggression, the going forward in attack, we just look a little bit more blunt. Free kick in the centre circle for Australia. Quintal knocking it around the middle of the park. Look at Italy. They've got everyone behind the ball. Oh, over the top. Well, Max Caputo. Did the flag stay down? Max Caputo unable to get it on target and unable to really get any decent contact on the shot, but that was a good chance. I was surprised the flag stayed down there. He looks clearly offside. Here we go. Again, just coming unstuck for Australia. It almost feels like the positioning of the players is a little bit all over the place as well in attack. Feels like we're just got a bunch of players playing forward positions now. Come on, we need a bit more urgency now. We need a bit more desperation. We need to get something out of this game. Look, even if we go and concede a second, I don't think it makes a difference. 1 goal, 2. Look, goal difference might come into it in the end, but 1 goal, 2 goal, I don't know if it'll matter in the end. But if we can get a point, if we can take a point away from this game, we need it. I feel like we need it, dude. Then all of a sudden it puts a lot of pressure on us in the next couple of games to really perform. But based off what we've seen here today, Australia deserve to get something out of the game. That has to be a yellow card. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Not only a big shirt tug there, but he's ripped O'Connexler to the floor, and his head's sort of made heavy contact with the ground there. That's quite dangerous from Italy, slinging O'Connexler to the floor like that. Another yellow card. A little bit unnecessary. You could see the way Ocon-Exler was just thrown to the deck there. Hunter said we'll need 4 points to guarantee a top 3rd place position. Yep. Argentina up next. Doesn't get any easier. Offside flag is up on Agosti. How much injury? Dude, we haven't really had many stoppages in the second half. Let's be real, man. As an Italian player has cramp at the moment, but I wouldn't be. I'm expecting 3 minutes added on. We got 4. We got 4. We'll take that. There hasn't really been many stoppages at all in the second half. A few changes for the subs, but 4 minutes added on. 4 minutes left for Australia to try and get something out of this game. Just have to throw it forward, honestly. Like, even if we concede a second, I don't care, man. Like, I don't think it'll matter at the end. I think the more important thing is to try and get a point from this match. Got to try and throw everything forward here. These are the moments. So Italy going to push the team forward here as the goalkeeper sends it long. I mean, we've only just got underway. 46 minutes of injury time have already expired and the ball hadn't been kicked. So we should surely get some more time added on at the end here, because we've almost had a whole minute of injury time expire without playing. Here we go. This is it. This is it now for Australia. Injury time. Everything has to go forward. Everything has to be right. Hammond, Oakland's knocking it around the midfield now, but not really getting much opportunity going forward, but you can see the way Italy are set up at the back, so compact, limiting the space, limiting the opportunities for Australia in these forward positions. A minute and a half of injury time played. A few minutes remaining. Long ball. Here we go. To Caputo. Headed up. Falls for Quintal. Foul committed by Caputo. Well, the Italian player's gone down. Caputo was trying to help him up, but the Italian player's gone down, holding his back here. Just to go, we can play on now. It's a bit frustrating, isn't it? It is a bit frustrating. Hunter says decent sized crowd. It looks like. Yeah, it's been all right, eh? Valparaiso, Chile. We will be live for the Argentina game, for the Cuba game, and any knockout games to follow for Australia. So make sure to join us for those live watch-alongs as well. Kickoff times are a bit more comfortable for Australian fans as well in Australia. Okay, good little run in the middle of the field. Needs to release it now. Needs to find an option. Come on. Caputo, that's a foul. Yep. Caputo commits another foul there. This Australia's level is clearly dropped off in the last 15 minutes. I'm not blaming these substitutes. I'm not blaming them at all. But it's just a fact. It's just a fact now that Australia's level has dropped off in the last 15, 20 minutes. For the first 70 minutes of this match, we've been very, very good. We've been looking dangerous, creating opportunities. But the last 15, 20 minutes, Australia have finished quite poorly to my eyes, which is very disappointing. 30 seconds to go. Just got to go long now. Italy have it up the other end of the pitch. Australia will be proud of their performance at the back. I think defensively, well organised, good defending. The goal was a penalty kick. 4 minutes of injury time played. No more time to be added on, despite half of that injury time with players down injured. But it is a defeat for Australia in match day 1 in the World Cup, Under-20 World Cup. Great performance, plenty to be positive about, plenty to be optimistic about, but disappointing. Really, really disappointing that we aren't able to come away from game 1 here with something, with even just a goal, a point. I think we deserved it. Some great opportunities in that first half. But the belief needs to be maintained here in this squad, and I'm sure it is. Got to stay optimistic. Got to stay positive. Game 2 against Argentina in a few days' time. We will be doing a live watch along for that one as well. And I think based off what we saw here against Italy, we should be optimistic that we can get a result against Argentina as well. I think we showed enough. We showed that we've got the quality, that we can create the chances, and defensively as well. Like, look, we conceded a penalty goal, but from open play, we were great. We were very, very good defensively, well organised back. And as Hunter says here, to echo this point as well, yeah, they should keep it up indeed. It was a good performance. It was a good performance overall, and I'm happy with what we saw from Australia. The result just wasn't there. But, you know, in these tournaments, you have to get the results. That's all that matters. That's all that matters in the end. That's all that matters. So when it comes against Argentina up next, we have a result. It's as simple as that. We have to get a result against Argentina now. And I believe we're capable. Guys, I really appreciate you joining us for this live watch along. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on Thursday morning for live watch along for the game against Argentina. Really appreciate you guys joining us for this one. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Appreciate you guys joining us once again. My name's Lockie. See you in the next one. Cheers.